Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. We played against a Druid in round 1, crushed him on turn 7. Then we played against a Hunter, almost was able to stabilize, but he just kept on putting down one big thing after another while steady-shotting me, and I didn't have enough answers. So I lost. If I had drafted Twisting Nether instead of Pit Lord, or if I had drafted Lord Jaraxxus instead of Ragnaros, I might have been able to win that game against the Hunter, so we'll see if those drafting choices continue to hound me here. Ball the Priest. Alright, let's see how this goes.
The light shall bring victory.
Your soul shall be mine.
Seems good. Nice opening hand. If I got Leopard Gnome, Flame Imp, that'd be nice. Sure wouldn't mind one of those top decks right here. Oh, Sea Giant. This could have been a big game Hunter, which would also be very useless right now. Alright, as always, I will play the Raptor first, the 3-2 first, in case my opponent has a 2-3 or even coins, or wanted to coin into something like a Raging Worgen or an Ironfur Grizzly. This will take care of that. It's going to coin into Power Word Shield, I can only assume. Yes. Well played, Jackwagon. So now he's got a 2 toughness dude. I could double Mortal Coil to kill that. Demon Fire, however, is a better answer. So we'll Demon Fire that. I come out behind here because the Power Word Shield cycled itself. I used a Demon Fire to kill the Pyromancer, but my Raptor just died for free, so that sucks. Wouldn't mind seeing a Scarlet Crusader here. I would happily double Mortal Coil it while playing a Grunt. However, if he played like a Harvest Golem, I might be in trouble. This is annoying. This is extremely annoying. Oh, geez, another one. Mother of God. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Well, let's drop our Shazatsicles and hope for the best. Alright, so what's he going to silence, the Taunter or the Swordsmith, who decides to keep my buff alive and get rid of the Taunter? If he wants, he can run into this now and heal it for a card. I'd be pretty okay with that, because I can get a card back. Oh gosh, he chooses to attack the Swordsmith. That implies rather strongly that there is an incoming Holy Nova. So I gotta think here. Unfortunately, the Sea Giant is not quite playable. Oh, why would he attack this if he didn't have a Holy Nova? He wouldn't. So I could do Doobity, and double Mortal Coil there to kill the Northshire Cleric. If I leave the Northshire Cleric... So if I play this, it'll just die to the Holy Nova. Okay, so we're going to life tap first. I don't want to play the Flame Up. I'm pretty sure the Holy Nova is incoming. If I do this, I can't Mortal Coil at all, so we will Mortal Coil here. Draw a card. Booty of Bodyguard is cute and all, but not really worth playing. And I'm going to hit him in the face. Hope for the best. Alright, no Holy Nova is incoming, just a Fen Creeper. Which is also a very good card under these circumstances. I can't really deal with it super effectively, but I will play Sea Giant and pass the turn. So if he's got a Shadow Word Death, he's got a Shadow Word Death, so be it. But if he doesn't have a Shadow Word Death, this Giant could kill the Fen Creeper for me, and that would be nice. In any case, playing a 6-6, or excuse me, playing an 8-8 on turn 6 is pretty solid. We've got one turn to go till Rag. Again, the Rag seems better than Lord Jaraxxus here, because I'm at higher than 15 health, but a lot can change in 2 or 3 turns. So the Northshire Cleric continues to be a pain in my existence. He might be fishing for a Shadow Word Death, or perhaps he knew he was going to play one regardless. I just wanted to draw a card first. Alright, no Shadow Word Death here. That is fantastic news for Papa Boris. So what we're going to do here is the following. I'm going to kill the Fen Creeper. also going to kill this Northshire Cleric, I think. Get that out of here. Now, as for the Slight Spawn, I think we're fine with Booty Bodyguard. I could, of course, Soulfire it to make it a 1-1, but he can make it a 3-3. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone. And I'll play a Flame Imp as well. If he wants to Holy Nova here, he can Holy Nova, but it really would like spend his entire turn to accomplish very little, just killing off 2 creatures, so I think this is worth putting out on the field. Well, at this rate, I might actually be able to play Ragnaros. If he had a Shadow Word Death, it should have been baited out by the Sea Giant. Since that didn't happen, I can only assume the Ragnaros is safe from that eventuality. Okay, he top decked into Shadow Word Death off of Mass Dispel. But that leaves not enough mana to heal the Lightspawn, so I will be able to pretty much have the dream situation for Rag, where what I have on the board is already enough to take care of what he has on the board. So I can just play it totally comfortably, and now he's got to deal with it. Alright, he's a priest. He decides to go for the burnout victory. I don't think that was the right move. We will play Ragnaros. I'm not going to coin flip this or anything. What I'm going to do is throw the Flame Imp away, then use the Booty Bodyguard. Hit her in the, or excuse me, hit him in the face, pass the turn, and hit him in the face with Ragnaros again. So here, Ragnaros is definitely better than Lord Jaraxxus, although I probably would have been fine anyway.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
So he's putting out more fodder for Ragnaros. I can take it out with Bluegill Warrior and Soulfire. That would be spending 3 cards to kill 1. Not exactly the greatest trade-off I've ever made. So I'm probably not actually going to do that. Yeah, let's just throw this down. Kill off my damaged and banded creatures. Oh, maybe I should have... Shoot, I messed up. I should have probably just Soul-Fired. I should have played everything out and Soul-Fired that thing. That would have let me keep my Booty Bay Bodyguard and hit him for 5 damage. That was a bit of a mistake. Well, we'll see if he punishes me for it. He can't mind control anything just yet. He's got 8 cards. They're all in his hand. It's going to be difficult for him to clear this board. I can deal a bunch of damage and Soulfire, so I should have the kill next turn. We'll see. So Shadow Word Pain is not exactly the Shadow Word he wants. Gets rid of the Cobra, presumably because he's going to play some kind of a taunter here. Mind control attack. And he steals Ragnaros! Okay. Is this going to be one of the games? Well, I've still got lethal damage, so he needs a little bit more juice here before he kills me. Because he's going to heal up to 11. Ragnaros, let's say, kills the Bluegill Warrior, best case scenario. Then I've got 5, down to 6, down to 2 damage. Oh, I can actually lose this game very easily now. Oh my god. Well, it was my mistake. I should have used Soulfire to kill that thing. Then I would have had a Booty Bay Bodyguard out here, hitting him for extra damage. He has more removal. Kills the Leper Gnome. So I really need Ragnaros not to hit my Bluegill Warrior. That's actually quite significant now, so that I can actually kill the opponent. 5 plus 4 is 9 damage on the nose, assuming he heals himself. Crazed Alchemist, so he's reducing the damage. This is, however, 2 plus 3 is still 4 damage or 7 damage, so it's not going to do anything. Power Word Shield maybe should have played first to draw a card, but now I've got the damage to kill him with. Unless he hits the Bluegill Warrior, which he does! Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus Christ! Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. We're going for it, folks. We are going for it. I do have another Soulfire in this deck. We are going for it. Alright. So that's actually 1 in 4 times 1 in 3, so that's 1 in 12 odds that I'm losing here. But I'm threatening lethal with this Reckless Rocketeer. If he can clear my board and deal 2 damage to me, Ragnaros will win it for him. Holy Nova heals him up. The Rocketeer is still lethal, unless, of course, he manages to heal himself. I'm actually dead. I do not believe this shit! Oh my god. Alright, so I did misplay. So as unlucky as that was, the 1 in 12 odds, first of hitting Ragnaros, then of hitting my Bluegill Warrior. As unlucky as that was, gotta bring up the old adage here, good players get lucky more often than bad players. Because I could have soul-fired his Silverhand Knight and kept my Booty Bodyguard on the ground, and then after Mind Control attack happened, I would have had that extra 5/2 body to attack with. He would have killed it with Holy Smite, but then I would have had the Bluegill Warrior around. I mean, it would have been an extra body there, and that's all I needed, just a little bit of extra damage. Go Dylan, I'm at 1 and 2 with a pretty good Warlock deck. I think this deck is pretty good, I don't know. Oh my god. That game. Well, can't complain too much. It was my misplay that allowed my opponent to get lucky. Horrifically lucky, but he got horrifically lucky and won. So that's that. Someone just asked me, am I streaming? Recording. Smiley face. Let's play the Flame Imp. See what my opponent has to say about that. Ooh, she's playing with like the ugliest card back known to man. Holy crap, I think the original card backs are better than that thing. Jesus. Alright, Direwolf Alpha. I'm fine trading. Oh! If I play this, Dagger plus the Wolf will kill it. Yeah, that's stupid. We're just gonna do this. And sure, I'll use my coin. Let's get the Scarlet Crusader out here. So this will inhibit some of her 3-mana plays, like Grizzly and Morgan. And if I do pop the Divine Shield, I can play the Voidwalker after it to protect her. Is my opponent going to ping off the Divine Shield? A risky maneuver unless she's backstabbing to kill it right now, which she isn't. That is a very risky maneuver because now I get to play Life Tap into Voidwalker and protect my Scarlet Crusader. Now, of course, I could have played one of these 3-drops. It was a little risky getting a card and playing a 1-drop instead, but I figure it was worth the risk to stop the auto-kill on the Scarlet Crusader. My opponent is a Dark Iron Dwarf, which she is about to rue, because unfortunately for her, I do have Raid Leader. Or Shadow Bolt. No, we're going to play Raid Leader. That seems totally fine. We'll trade the Crusader for the Dwarf, so the Crusader is a vulnerable creature. Thanks! That has now been removed in a useless fashion. Spiteful Smith is tricky. Problem is, if I just ignore the Smith, the Spiteful Smith can kill my Voidwalker, live to tell about it. This becomes a 3-weapon, and it also kills my Raid Leader. So I don't exactly want that. As much as I hate doing this, we're going to 2-for-1. And just hope that my lead right now is good enough to handle it. I mean, she's only got 6 cards to my 6, and I've got the board advantage, so she could obviously play good cards here, but I feel like that was a worthy risk. It was a smaller risk to do this than I think. Yeah, Deadly Poison's coming up. It's usually the only reason people would ever remake the Dagger when they have one in play, and yep, here it is. So the Master Swordsmith. Okay, hang on. What is she gonna kill me now? Blade Flurry, I see. Well played. So the Sea Giant not getting dropped. However, we can do Imp Master and Cobra. This way makes the Imp come up in the middle to guard against Betrayal. The Pit Lord is unplayable, I don't think, at 19 health. Yeah, I should have just taken Twisting Nether. This was a good educational move, but it didn't work out very well for me. Is she going to be able to kill my Cobra with a Dagger Backstab? She needs to, or else I can kill this Ventricle Mercenary. Oh, she doesn't have the kill for the Cobra. It is my lucky day, but she does kill the Imp, stopping me from playing Sea Giant. No, I can still play Sea Giant! What am I talking about? Okay, I could do the Torn Warrior and Pit Lord. Go down to 14 health. Or I could just play it. Yeah, we're going to do it. You know what? Got this goddamn Dizzle Pit Lord. I might as well friggin' use it. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost that game to the Priest. Gotta let it go, but man, I can't believe it. Got this nice synergy here with the Imps helping Sea Giant come out, and the Torn Warrior protecting the Imps. Even bad taunts are good. She's got an Assassinate, so it's a good thing I didn't play Sea Giant, because that would have eaten my Assassinate. Does she have another Deadly Poison? Dog, are you for real? No, she does not have a Deadly Poison. Perfect, okay. Well, let's go ahead and do Sea Giant. I cannot do that and Raging Worgen. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And we are threatening lethal here. 8, 10, 11, 13 damage Hellfire. Hellfire often uses a 3-mana burn. Uncontestable. Does she have another Assassinate? She needs one. She's hesitating, so I don't think she has any easy answers here. She's already used a Blade Flurry and a Deadly Poison, already used an Assassinate. She could have more of those things, but she kind of needs both, really, to clear the board. Yeah, Assassinate, Deadly Poison, Blade Flurry, that'll clear the board. And there is enough mana for that. That'd be a total of 8 mana. She has 9. But that would be one of every card she's already played, so she would have had to have 2 of each and drawn 2 of each. She chooses to draw 4 cards for all of her mana. That is a very odd choice. I'm not sure what she could possibly find with 2 mana that would make a difference. Fine String Scrub! Well, this game's over then. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay, she gives up, even though she wasn't technically dead. She wasn't technically dead. Like, if I didn't have an out there, I might have, like, been bluffing. But I did have 2 different ways of killing her. So yeah, this deck's good. Just we got that bad matchup against the Hunter. A slight misplay gave the Priest an opening, a tiny opening, but he actually managed to sneak his way through it, stealing Rag and then hitting my Blue-Go Warrior. And Crazed Alchemist to rub icing on the cake, stopping me from killing him by attacking my Crusader with the Crazed Alchemist. Well, not attacking, flipping her attack. And health values so that he could survive with exactly 2 health. Oh, geez, that Priest game. I've got to let it go, man. I've got to let it go. So we're 2-2. I've definitely made it up to 7 wins from 2-2. I feel like this deck deserves 7 wins. Although, that Pit Lord. I mean, it was good that game. Twisting Nether would have been useless, but it's probably the wrong choice. Uber Doolin. Weird name. Sea Giant is good against Shamans because they're putting those totems out, but of course I'm not going to keep a Giant in my opening hand. We've got our turn 1, turn 2, turn 4 plays ready to go. Lots of taunt that with nothing to protect. Story of my life. And we're off to the races. Alright, so she has a pretty good answer to Voidwalker. 3-2. She did have to use her coin for it. I am going to Soulfire this thing, because I think it's worth the board presence. I drop Hellfire, which honestly is probably the better thing to drop here. I can Life Tap and then Pit Lord. Life Tap on turn 3, Pit Lord on turn 4, and hope for the best. I think it's better to lose those 2 cards to kill the Ooze than it is to let her just kill the Voidwalker and then also my Frostbolt front. Now, if I had a Mortal Coil, that would have been a different story. Okay, so she's used her coin, she's dropped 1 Ooze, she's dropped a 2nd. In lieu of life tapping, let's indeed play that Cobra down. And the Grunt does his job, he kills the Ooze, protecting my Voidwalker, so my taunt creature is kind of being protected more than he is doing any actual protecting. This Cobra might get hexed if my opponent has one, but the problem is that a Lightning Bolt would kill this just as well. Rockbiter would kill the Voidwalker, but not the Cobra, because the Cobra is protected by the Taunter. So if he does hex this, that would be a victory. That would just increase the odds ever so slightly of my Pit Lord surviving. This thing actually, way back in the day, it used to be a 6-7 that dealt 7 damage to your face. I'm glad they changed it, because that was like bigger, but also like a little bit more extreme, I think. Now you can actually Fork Lightning, but luckily he seemed not to have had the Fork Lightning, so go me. A little bit of luck. Fork Lightning with that spell damage totem would have killed both of my guys. Now I got this, so if he hexes this, is that a victory? I mean, I guess so. I spent 5 health and 4 mana to eat out a hex. Then my Sea Giant and my Ragnaros are safer. As is maybe the Rocketeer, though pretty much anything would kill the Rocketeer. Shamans have a billion ways to kill this, so this is not usually going to get hexed.
I wonder.
Lots of action this game, and we're only on turn 4. He does use a hex on Pit Lord. So I guess here the Pit Lord was better than Twisting Nether would have been. And okay, I cannot play either of my drops, so we're going to Life Tap. And we do get a Raptor. I think with my deck, I can't afford to play around Lightning Storm. If he has Lightning Storm, he has Lightning Storm. I just have to hope it doesn't kill one of these 3 toughness guys. And then next turn, after Lightning Storm, I'd just Rocketeer and go for his face. I don't know. He's got a lot of health. If he Lightning Stormed here, he'd probably win, actually.
My eyes.
No Lightning Storm. It is my lucky day. He just plays the thing I can kill with my Raptor. That is good news in my book. And a Mana Wraith. Fascinating. Well, I can't play the Rocketeer, but I wasn't gonna anyway. We're just gonna play Sea Giant. So now we'll kill that. We'll leave that alive. There's 2 Taunters in the way. My Cobra is safe, which is what really counts. Make him, you know, also suffer the pangs of Mana Wraith, especially since this would stop him from fighting Fire Elemental this turn. So I figured that was worth leaving around. Does he have a second Hex is the question. Hex is the only answer that a Shaman has to Sea Giant, apart from, of course, Big Game Hunter. Alright, he does not seem to have either of those things. Get the Taunt Totem. It's fine. Alright. Do we play a Rakkus Rocketeer? I'm going to play another Taunter. I'm going to life tap and play a Taunter. Ooh, nice. So the idea behind the Taunter is to make it less likely he can kill my Cobra with the Mana Wraith. Lightning Storm now carries the risk of enraging this guy. He can now play Fire Elemental. It'll be his whole turn. And the problem with that for him is that then the Sea Giant could attack him for 8, and then Rocketeer and Soulfire would be the kill. I've got 9 points of burn damage back here if there's no Taunter in the way. So I've actually got a pretty decent chance of winning him. Imagine he would have used Lightning Storm and Hex if he'd had them. So he doesn't seem to have them. He pretty much needs 2 Taunters to live, and he has 0. Good times were had by Papa Boris. Alright, so we do this. Boom, we do this. Boom, do this. Boom. I actually did not need to attack with the Cobra, but it's all good. Uber Doolin goes down. Turn 8 victory there. Turn 7 victory against the Druid. Got some pretty good wins in this run. I guess if I lost, I don't know. If you make a mistake in an arena and lose the game because you make a mistake like I did against the Priest, you really can't complain too much about wherever you end up. Being, you know, at average with 3 wins, I'd be content, I suppose. So, who's our worthy opponent? We're about to find out. It is... Oh no, it's another Hunter! Man, I've had like 3 runs, I feel, where there were no Hunters, and here we go, we got 2 Hunters. In this one of them beat me pretty fair and square. I don't think I made any mistakes. Maybe I did. I don't think I got particularly unlucky, although he was down to just a couple of cards and had big Beethosaurus Rexes. Here, though, we've got about as good of a draw as we could hope for against a Hunter. I mean, these are not particularly synergistic cards here, but at least, you know, I can play 1, 2, 3. Not a big fan, of course, of dealing 3 damage, especially because I have no life gain in this deck. But gotta play it anyway. Gotta go for it. He's got a drop. Swamp Ooze. Yeah, it's gonna have to die, because if I just played the Swordsmith, it would get killed by the Swamp Ooze. I can play Leper Gnome and ignore the Ooze. That's an interesting possibility. Very interesting indeed. Either of these would trade with the Ooze, and then I could play a 3-drop next turn, huh? Alright, let's do it. We're going for it. I'm going to gamble that he's going to need to use this Ooze to kill this Flame Imp. He obviously can't multi-shot yet. In fact, he used a coin to play this Ooze, so he's not going to multi-shot for a while. I think that was worth it. I think it was worth it. There's no Shattered Stone Cleric or anything. Yep, he just steady shots here, so now he's going to use the Ooze to kill my Flame Imp. And, I snuck in 3 extra damage, basically. So what's more valuable here, starting the Imp collection or playing a Taunt or playing the Scarlet Crusader? Hard to say. Let me think. I don't think anything needs protection at the moment. Starting the Imps could be useful. But I'm going to play the Crusader because I want to make sure that if he plays like a Raging Organ or a Grizzly that I can take it down. So again, I'm choosing the power of the Crusader over the swarminess of the Imp Master. Gonna take a 50-50 shot with Deadly Shot. Which, okay, so on the one hand it's sad that my Scarlet Crusader died. On the other hand, it's pretty great that he used a Deadly Shot there. That means my Rag and my Sea Giant are a little bit safer than they used to be. Now I can multi-shot to clear my board, which is unfortunate, but I can repopulate with these 2 cards. No multi-shot, just the animal companion. He gets the pig, which is fine. That'll trade with my drop, but in a way that's better than him getting, like, the bear or the leok. Actually, no, if I had gotten the bear or the leok, I could have soulfire together. Ah, that's unfortunate. So the fact that he's got to kill my 3-drop here kind of sucks. Alright, let's do this. And I'm going to take a little risk. We're going to do this now. I'm a little bit open to Unleash the Hounds here. If he's got the Buzzard Hounds combo, he's going to get a ton of cards. Yeah, that's going to suck. But, you know, against a hunter who has removal, you're just always in trouble. It seemed it was worth it to play more of my mana out and run into a very particular 2 common card combo than it was to hold back this, you know, this card which, or to play this card which costs less mana, leaving me with more mana in my hand and potentially less flexibility in future turns. Well, if he had Buzzard Hounds, I imagine he would have Windmill Slammed that shit. So he's got another Deadly Shot. This is not the best time for Deadly Shot. He gets the Leper Gnome. That was one of the 2 worst creatures. I think the Swordsmith or the Master would have been the best. Any Deadly Shots? Wow, he's desperate for things to do, it seems. So, we have a Pit Lord. Alright, I would rather play the Voidwalker than Life Tap, especially since I'm playing Pit Lord against a Hunter. Now I have a Voidwalker in play, which makes Unleash the Hounds worse. Got all these imps. Well, he's going to get 6 Hounds here, so he can get 6 cards out of me. So 1, 2, 3 would go on the Voidwalker. 4, 5, 6. I'd have 6, 7 damage. He'd be down to 9 health. Soulfire doesn't quite kill him. It's going to be close. It's going to be close if he has the Hounds here. Timberwolf, so no Buzzard at least. He's got the Hounds, so they all deal 2 damage, so 2 of them are going to have to eat this Voidwalker. 3 of them could eat the Pit Lord if he wishes. That's probably the best thing to do. He's going to steady shot, so is he actually going to go for my face now? That would be interesting. He seems like he's thinking about it. He can get me down to 8 health, well then he'd lose. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, he would not lose. He would... that would be very scary if he actually did that. But he's got to figure the odd... I mean, it's risky to let a Warlock get you down to 6 health, which is what he's thinking about. Oh, he's got a Hunter's Mark, maybe. That would be bad. Alright, he decides to play it safe. No Hunter's Mark. No crazy burnout tactics. Just good old-fashioned, honest removal. Alright, Frostwolf Grunt. Now, do I life tap here? Risky to life tap. I'm gonna do it. You gotta do it against Hunters. So we're going to kill that. It's time for killing, yes, yes. So now I've got removal ready to go. Got Soulfire for the face. Got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. He's at 7 health. Ah, Soulfire's not enough, but if I get a Reckless Rocketeer, I could win. Or a Hellfire. Got 2 Hellfires in here and a Reckless Rocketeer. Decent amount of outs. Decent amount of outs. If I get my other Soulfire, that would be very bad. I'd be taking a 50-50 coin toss to try to win. Master, of course, is very dangerous against Hunters for precisely the reason that we've seen, namely that, you know, Unleash the Hounds becomes damned good. Alright, he had a very weak turn. I'm extremely grateful that he's just going to have this bear die to Shadow Bolt. Oh my god, we got the double Soulfire. If I Soulfire this, 2, 3, 5, 7, no, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 11 damage. Yeah, we're going to have to play it fair, as it were. Okay, so he's at 9 health. I don't think I want to life tap here, or do I? Soulfire, throw away a Soulfire. I'm going to life tap. We're going for it. Hellfire. Okay, so now I could win. Oh my god, you know I should have life tapped first. Oh, could I have won this turn if I had life tapped first? Jesus. I could have... Oh no, I couldn't Hellfire to get rid of the tonks. I would have killed all my own stuff. Okay, so we're threatening to win here with pretty much any damage. Hellfire, Soulfire. 7 damage right here. Or just Soulfire. If it throws away the Hellfire, that means I kept the other Soulfire. So that's 8 damage here. I just need to deal 1 damage to him or 2 damage. It's pretty much guaranteed to win. If I can deal 1 damage, I almost certainly win. If I can deal 2 damage, I probably win. Okay, he's got this guy here, which is annoying, but not insurmountable. Hellfire. Okay, so what we do here is the following. This Master Swordsmith actually wasn't that bad here, I must confess. Now we hit him, and we're going to be guaranteed to win no matter what this Soulfire throws away. Threw away a Soulfire, we'll do Hellfire. Man, I did a lot of self-damage that game. I had 5 from the Pit Lord, 3 from the Flame Imp, 3 for the Hellfire. That's 11 self-damage. Ending up at 5 health, but hey, whatever. It all looks the same on the scoreboard. We beat a Hunter who played Unleash the Hounds. Now, if he had the Buzzard, he probably would have won. If he had the Buzzard and the Timberwolf and the Hounds, I bet he would have won the game. Because he had a super weak turn on turn 7, just a bear with Shattered Sun Cleric. I bet if he had drawn, 6 cards, he would have been able to find something better. One moment, folks. I need to do a little bit of texting here.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Your soul shall be mine.
So, again, I don't like keeping these earlier removal cards, but I will keep Mortal Coil in the 3-drop in case I draw nothing better. Okay, is it worth it to coin at the Bluegill Warrior? Not in the slightest, so let's pass the turn. So here I could play the Bluegill Warrior, or I could coin into one of my 3-drops. Is that worth doing? Yes, I think this is worth. I think it's worth doing to play the Bluegill Warrior. If he wants to shapeshift to kill that, that's just fine by me. Alright. I would have rather played this last turn than the Bluegill Warrior, but we can't always have everything that we want. We can just hope sometimes, and maybe we'll just find we get what we need. Now, I played this instead of this. Why? Good question. This would have been better to have on the table against the Sen'jin Shield Master for sure. We'll have to content ourselves here with Shadow Bolting and Mortal Coiling it.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Let's see if he has another good 5-drop, like a Druid of the friggin' Claw. Yeah, maybe I should have just played this, I don't know. I should have figured, getting to 4-drop territory, it's about that time, you really want a Cobra. Alright, doesn't have a Druid of the Claw, but he has another good drop, the Stranglethorn Tiger. I, however, get double Soulfire. Awesome. Let's play that. Let's play this. Swingity swangity. So this grunt basically protects my Cobra from things like bite and claw. And maybe makes the opponent think twice about playing some, big old 6-drop. Like a Boulder Fist Ogre wouldn't be super great here. Hellfire's looking pretty stupid. I never did use my coin, so hopefully Soulfire will throw the coin away. That would be the best possible thing. Isigawevo. This is a pretty good card under the circumstances. It will, deal damage to my stuff, especially now that my Cobra's dead. Jesus, that's terrible. That's just awful. Don't like anything that has just transpired. Alright, so we're going to take some desperate measures here. We're going to throw the grunt away. Hellfire. And I got this Rafter we can play. Not 100% sure that was the right move, but it does clear his board. And then maybe paves the way for a Pit Lord in the future. We'll see. My opponent, I would say, overall has a pretty huge advantage at this point. I mean, I've got 4 cards, 2 of which are Soulfire, to his 7. Unless his cards are completely abysmal, he's got a very strong edge. He decides to play a Panther, just calmly stretching out. All in all, there are much worse things that could have happened on that turn. Alright. We're doing it. 8 self-damage, here we go. I just hope I throw my coin away. And I do. How lucky. So we'll swing there. Am I gonna life tap? Yeah, we're gonna life tap. Of course we are. So I've got the Hellfire Soulfire quote-unquote combo for 7 direct damage to the face. That means I have to deal 12 more damage to him. I'm a ways away from that. I've only got 8 damage after the Bloodfen Raptor dies. If he plays any kind of taunt, I'm pretty much screwed. Or if he can remove this Pit Lord, which is most of my damage. Alright, that could be very scary or very innocent. We'll see. I'd love to see a Reckless Rocketeer here. 5 extra surprise damage would be really nice, so that I can actually finish off my opponent. And I don't have much reach in this deck apart from that Rocketeer. I'm really glad I drafted it, but we're in a bit of a scary situation now. So Hellfire tragically does not kill the Azure Drake, unless I get a Mortal Coil to back it up. And I'm getting low in life myself. He could actually burn me out before I burn him out. Alright, Violet Teacher, it's gotta happen.
Attention, class.
So what do we do? Do we fight fair or unfair? What is he at? 20, down minus 8, 12. 9, 5. I should have life tapped first. Then I could have played a Sea Giant instead of a Violet Teacher. Wow, I messed up. This is kids. Why you always life tap first. Do I Soulfire this? I'm gonna Soulfire it. It's gotta happen. And I lose the Sea Giant, unfortunately, but I almost kind of would rather have the Hellfire. So I've got this relatively big board. I need to deal 9 damage to him, 10 if he shapeshifts. I don't quite have it. This is 5, 8, 9 after he kills the Flame Imp, I presume, with the damaged Golem. If he has a couple of swipes, he could just crush me completely.
What to do?
But really, I should have life tapped first, played the Sea Giant, and would have had a probably better chance of winning in that case. I still could have Soulfired the Azure Drake. I would just have an 8-8 instead of a 3-5 and a 1-1. Oh man, some misplays this run. I'm being a little bit rusty and sloppy with my Warlock play. But at least I'm noticing my mistakes. Maybe I just always make that many mistakes, and this is just my first time noticing them, so that means I'm getting better because I'm seeing what I'm doing wrong. That's a bit generous, but okay, he's thinking a lot. I don't think he's got the whatever crazy swipe boobity that he'd need to have in order to do well. Still got a Reckless Rocketeer in here. Still have another Hellfire. Those are my mainly desired cards. Alright, Questing Adventurer. Does he have a Defender of Argus to beef it up and give it taunt? It's what he wants. It's what he needs. Does he have a Mark of Nature? Ah, Mark of Nature, making this a 3-7 taunt.
Time waits for no one.
Crazed Alchemist. Okay. Mark of Nature. He has the friggin' Mark of Nature. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus. And he kills my Violet Teacher. Alright. Ragnaros the Fire Lord. 5, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. Sure. Let's go for it. I get to kill the Questing Adventure. He can take me down to 8 damage. The 8 life, excuse me. Make that 10. And if Rag could survive a turn and hit him in the face, I could almost win with Hellfire. Tense moment here. Very tense moment. I'm glad this was not Lord Jaraxxus. He goes for the card draw over the life gain. A very interesting choice. I would have actually gone for the life gain there because he's already got the card advantage. Wow, Healing Touch. Alright, that's scary. And he will kill my thingamaboob. So now Rag hitting that the face isn't any good anymore. Am I gonna life tap here? He can get me down to 5 health. I gotta do it. This is just ridiculous. Alright, I really hope it actually hits his creature. I'm more likely to win if it hits his guy than it is, and I am if it hits his face. Hits his face. So I'm down to 5 health, down to 4. A swipe or a starfire ends it. So does an Argent Commander or an Arcane Golem. Lots of things end it, but I couldn't kill his guy. So that's that. And I see why he drew cards, because he had the healing touch. My arena life is on the line for him not having a way to deal 4 damage. Bite would also kill me. Lots of cards would kill me. It actually is almost like improbable for me to survive right now. Well, he's thinking a lot. I think if he had the kill, he would have played it out. Cult Master, okay. Is he going to run this into Ragnaros? Oh my gosh, I live to fight another day. Maybe. Maybe. Did he just realize he can actually kill me?
Time waits for no one.
Run it into my Ragnaros. Just run into my Ragnaros. Oh god, no, not Mark of Nature. Elven Archer. Alright, that's fine. Don't really care too much about that. Ah, he doesn't kill Rag, he kills my wolf because Rag doesn't really do much. Okay, well, do I win the game here with Hellfire? Because all of his stuff dies to Hellfire, and then Rag deals 8 damage. Hang on, so Hellfire takes him down, 11 minus 3 is 8 on the nose. I'll be a little bit bad-mannered and kill the Elven Archer. Giving him a card. Okay, that's actually pretty bad-mannered because it also wasted time drawing a card. Play Scarlet Crusader and pass the turn. Well, I win a game to my Legendary, and also to some fierce luck the Druid didn't have a way to deal 4 damage in 5 cards. And played a bunch of stuff that all died to Hellfire. Very, very lucky win against the Druid, so okay, compensates for my pretty poor luck earlier on. In my last run, even though it ended up being a good run, there was one game where I actually beat 1 in 128 odds, I calculated, of losing. Like, I had a 127 in 128 chance of winning that game, and I actually lost it. It was ridiculous. But there was a misplay that I made there, and I could have avoided even that. So, you know, even when you get super unlucky, there's always a chance. There's always a chance that you could have done something better, and that's what you should look for instead of just bemoaning the universe all the time. Jinzo the Druid, I think it's a different Druid than what I just played. Yes, the other one was like TCV Wavo or some dumb name. So why did I keep this hand? Well, Mortal Coil is just great to have. Demon Fire's good for killing 3/2s, and the Imp Master's a 3-drop. I didn't want to mulligan that in case I drew like a Sea Giant to replace it or a Ragnaros, and then I had nothing to do.
I hope you like my invention.
Alright, I hope you like my invention. I do, girly. I do. Ooh, Leper Gnome. I will play this. There's a chance that he has nothing better to do than Shapeshift on turn 2 anyway, but in case he had other things to do, I'd be willing to give up a card, especially because I just went up a card, killing that. Oh, no, I didn't go up a card. The Novice Engineer gave him a card, Mortal Coil gave me a card. Who plays Elven Archer? Ah, Jesus, Butternut. Bonanza Christ. Now, I got a couple of options here. What I could do is I could actually life tap, wait for him to play more than Hellfire. But that's a bit risky. We're just going to make an Imp Master. This by itself will kill his entire team, unless, of course, he shapeshifts to kill the Imp. Then he's wasting his whole 3rd turn doing that. Although, given how many 1-drops he's been playing, I guess that wouldn't be that much of a waste. Next turn might just be a Shadow Bolton turn. We'll see if he plays a big drop on turn 3. Has he used his coin? Oh god, I can't remember. I think so. Didn't he coin the Novice Engineer out? Which I think is a mistake. Yeah, he did, because on turn 2 I Mortal Coiled it. Yeah. Weird. I think it's a mistake almost always to coin into Novice Engineer. It's like trading the coin to get a card. Don't think it's worth it. Well, he had nothing better to do than shapeshift, it turns out.
Time waits for no one.
And he's going to take some damage on my face. Fair enough. Raid Leader is indeed worth playing here, I believe. So I can kill the Leper Gnome, and without shapeshift, the Raid Leader will not die to the Elven Archer. So again, if he wants to spend half his mana shapeshifting to kill the Raid Leader, that's pretty okay by me. I just want up a card killing that Leper Gnome anyway. Admittedly, a nice 4-drop like Pit Lord would have been better here than Raid Leader, because Raid Leader's buff didn't actually do anything yet. So yeah, that was not the greatest drop, but it was better than what I had previously, which was nothing. I love the way that Malfurion says, He decides to swipe to clear my board. A bit of a loose swipe here, because he could have taken out most of my board anyway. Of course, the swipe on the face is very smart. That makes it harder for me to life tap a lot. So maybe that's what he was doing, is limiting how much I can life tap. So he's got 6 cards to my 6. I've got weird cards, lots of removal. These Hellfires could be good for burning him out, but at the moment, he's at 28 friggin' health, because I got nowhere in the opening. And I have all the reach in the world, but I dealt no damage to him, so it's not that helpful. I might probably just lose this game. If he drops pretty much anything remotely threatening, there's not much I can do about it. What a bizarre turn 5 for a druid. Not that I'm complaining, he's just going to spend his entire turn killing Master Swordsmith. Cool deal. I'm happy about that. Voodoo Doctor is extraordinarily annoying here. Oh my god. Now I can't play Reckless Rocketeer on a clear conscience. That's so irritating. I was looking forward to that Reckless Rocketeer. But no. Well, we got the Cobra down, so if he plays a big 6 drops, aka Boulder Fist Ogre, I can just kill it with the Cobra. If he has one and doesn't play it, then that's its own kind of victory. I delayed him from playing his big drops. We'll play the Reckless Rocketeer next turn, maybe? Does he have a Claw to kill my Cobra with? He does. Well, that means the Claw's not killing Reckless Rocketeer. And this guy's got some kind of crazy aggro deck. Aggro Druid. I've lost to it once or twice. Gotta keep drawing cards. I'm gonna Soulfire this thing to stop it from dealing damage to my face. Shadow Bolt, losing that is fine. And still waiting on this Reckless Rocketeer. Man, she is raring to go. Chomping at the bit. Got 2 Hellfires to clear the board in case things go really south for the winter. Neither of us has been able to play anything beefy, which has been a problem for us both. But he's coming out ahead of it, I think. Because he's got a big life advantage compared to me. Couldn't kill the Scarlet Crusader, though, which is good news, so we'll take that out. I'm gonna life tap. My favorite death cry in the game, Scarlet Crusader. So he's used Claw, he's used Wrath, he's used Swipe. Does he have anything left over for this Rocketeer? That's what we want to know. And I will probably just play the Sea Giant as a 8/8 for 9 mana or 8 mana, whatever will be next turn. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, that will kill my Rocketeer. So will Starfall. Starfall killing the Rocketeer, a very bold play. Doesn't even get a card for that, but then this Ghoul is here. This and life tap. Or just Hellfire to clear out this Flesh-Eating Ghoul? I don't think so. We're gonna do this, and I'm not gonna life tap. I'm gonna play it a little bit safe, not life tap this turn. Try to use the Silver Moon Guardian to kill this Ghoul off. And also give him an opportunity to extend more against Hellfire. Alright, he decides to go for Mark of the Wild there. So I'm down to 10 health. Down to 4 after both of these Hellfires. That's a little awkward.
Me and Mr. Bite.
I think I am going to have to Hellfire here, though, unfortunately. Is he going to ping off the Divine Shield? He isn't. Alright, so I'm in pretty bad shape. Very bad shape indeed. I'm going to go down to 6 health after this Hellfire, but we do at least get a Sea Giant in play. So the way it works is like this. Play the Loot Hoarder. There. Draw cards. Now that dies to Hellfire. We now Hellfire. So the Hellfire activates on the Divine Shield, and then I can hit the Dragonling mechanic like so. The main issue is that he can kill me, because he's going to deal 1 damage with Shapeshift, and then 5 more damage is enough. Starfire wins him the game. Alright, that's the end of the arena run for Papa Boris. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. So thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed that run, please do like the video and or subscribe to my channel. The and, I guess, would be preferable to me than the or, but I'll settle for an or. As I've said a couple of times, but in case you haven't seen my last few videos, I don't open packs or dust anymore because there's no points. Whenever I get to, I don't know, 50 packs or 10 packs or whatever, I'll open them up just for the hell of it. But until then, there's really no point in opening them up. What is our reward for 5 wins? It is good. It is 115 gold. I am extremely happy with that. Gold is pretty much the last thing that matters at all, because maybe someday I can spend it on something. Our next one will be a Shaman, a Druid, or a Hunter. Could be any of those. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.